I'm very concerned about what's happening in Ukraine today, as I know you are, as American Ukrainians. My father was born in Denmark, so I'm a first-generation Danish American. But I remember the first time I went to Canada, it was 1987. Speaker Wright, speaker, and we met, and I can't remember for the life of me who the head of the Ukrainian Congress. Yes, Sherbitsky. The Helsinki Commission, loyalist and wonderful. Good to see you. But were you with us on that trip?
No.
No. Now, we've done a lot of traveling together, however, behind the Iron Curtain and after the fall of the Soviet Union. In any event, Sherbitsky, you're right, that's what it was. Remember the Politburo at that point in time. We went to Kiev. And Mark, I don't know whether you gave me some items to take to, I think you're the one that gave me some items to take, but it was the biggest. Now, it was in the 80s, so I've been here 6-7 years. I'm in my 40s, and I've got some gifts to take to a woman whose son was in prison. Obviously, the gifts were so that the son would have something to bribe the guards with. It's probably a criminal enterprise, but it's long enough ago that I presume there's no statute of limitations. But anyway, I remember going down into the subway, which is, it seemed to be about the deepest subway I've been in, and, getting the directions and all this sort of stuff. And the embassy could not be with me because this, of course, was not a sanctioned visit. And you remember this. So it was like a cloak and dagger. I kept looking around to see if they was following me when I was going to be arrested, at some point in time on my trip there. But it seemed we got through it. But I want to congratulate you and thank you for your participation. Diaspora of every nation, immigrants from every nation. I know I feel very, very strongly about Denmark. Denmark's a wonderful, wonderful little country. And has had not the challenges that some other countries have had, although obviously it was occupied during the Second World War. But it is so important to nations around the world to have their diaspora and children of diaspora, grandchildren of diaspora, to be focused on what's going on in those countries, particularly countries like Ukraine. We're still going through the throes of the birth of democracy, of the understanding of what democracy is and how to deal with democracy. So it's very important that when you see a member, you talk to them about it, give them your perspective, and just heighten consciousness about Ukraine. It's a beautiful country, important country, well situated, large number of people. For all sorts of reasons, it can be a very, very influential and important part of the Alliance of Free Peoples. But it doesn't happen automatically. It happens because people spend their time and their talent, and yes, some of their resources to assist in that effort. So I'm glad you waylaid me. Thank you very much for the handcrafted bell. Where was it? Handcrafted?
Ivano-Frankivsk is in western Ukraine, and they have a sister city relationship with Arlington.
Oh, wonderful.